On Hulu, I watched Money Train. Now, I remember when my folks rented this, like around 96 on VHS, and like, hey, you want to watch Money Train? I'm like, no, I don't want to watch Money Train. And the weird thing was, like, I seemed to know that there was a Jennifer Lopez topless scene in it, and I didn't want to watch it with my folks. I don't remember how I knew about that. Maybe some kids talked at school about it or something. So I didn't watch. Now I've watched it, okay? In the privacy of my own bed. Hell of a way to start a review. From 1995, Money Train, directed by the guy who did The Good Son. This is the reteaming. This is actually something people were looking forward to. Reteaming of Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes. Because White Men Can't Jump was kind of a phenomenon, kinda. That was a hit. It was one of them kind of sleeper hit type things. So here, they're brothers, sort of. Woody Harrelson, being white, was adopted by the now deceased mom of Wesley Snipes. They're brother cops who work kind of a vice squad thing in the subway, where they pose as decoys, pretend they're drunk, see who steals their money, wallet, chain, what have you, jewelry, stuff like that. And then they go and bust them. Oh, but there's this guy, Chris Cooper, who's a burn victim, and he has this thing where he goes to the teller at the subway, fills the place with gasoline, starts burning the place up. So he's an arsonist. Jennifer Lopez is new to their squad. She has no real traits. She's a woman cop, talks a little tough at times. That's about it, but they're both throwing themselves at her. Like, hey, who's gonna hook up with Jennifer Lopez? Soon she's gonna be worth more than both of us together combined times 10. So, yeah, Jennifer Lopez, this is one of her earliest roles. I really kind of predicted her being this big breakout star with Selena. This was one of the earliest people I predicted rising to big mediocre fame here. So I give myself some credit for discovering Jennifer Lopez, even though by my understanding she was a fly girl, and I forgot her name. She was a fly girl, love interest of Woody Harrelson and White Men Can't Jump. Anyways, the way this movie was marketed or something, I was under the impression that like Woody Harrelson would be like the bad guy, that he was going to steal the money train, the title. That there's this bank train going around the city. I don't know what's going on. Is this guy in charge? The guy who went to jail for murdering his wife or some shit, who was the cop on the show with the parrot, Beretta. Is he a cop or a goddamn banker? Like, it's kind of hard to tell. He's like, nobody stops my train, and you guys are gonna be fired. I can fire you. What's this shit? But there's this money train going around, and Woody Harrelson's like, you know what? They got a lot of stuff there. I'm broke. I make bad gambling choices because I'm an idiot. Why don't we knock off this train? Come on, it'll be easy. There's a grate underneath. We saw. Go right in there. Climb up a ladder. Boom, we're done. Wesley Snipes is like, what, you're crazy, we're cops. Oh, come on, we're cops, we're not nuns. So then they go and beat up on whoever they can, really, you know. They're fighting other cops that are on the train when they have to do some kind of guard detail on that. Those guys are trigger happy, shot a suspect earlier. They eventually catch the arsonist, and it's kind of like, well, what are we going to do with the money train here? Like, I thought this was going to be a heist movie. Instead, the money train is kind of forgotten until, like, maybe the last quarter of the movie. And then sometime after Woody Harrelson finds out that Wesley Snipes and Jennifer Lopez hooked up, he goes and tries to get this train stolen to pay off his gambling debt. Just goes about it real quick. I mean, there's nothing to it. Slides underneath it when it's at a stop. Drills in, takes off with the thing. Oh, but then Wesley Snipes, he catches up with and gets on like a dirt bike. There's some decent little stunts here. Goes down some steps. There's a part even earlier where like Wesley Snipes jumps across the train tracks. Maybe not Wesley Snipes, but somebody. Oh, but we don't do that now. We just have a CGI stand-in, do this kind of stuff. we're Hollywood, we're so progressive, we're making all this progress, right? We don't have real actors. So, yeah, I like the fact that stuff actually kind of happens here, but it's a little low on action. Like, it would be like if you had this movie called Speed, and the bus thing only happened in the last quarter. And you're wondering, well, what's the speed about, right? They should have been on this train longer. It should have been like goddamn Runaway Train. That's a movie that has a title that makes it sound like a made-for-TV movie, but it's about a runaway train. Most of the movie, the train is a runaway train. There you go. So, that's well named. This is called Money Train, and it should have been called like Subway Squad, because they're dealing with different little things. So Snipes and Harrelson are on the train. They're getting away. They bleed the brakes so that they can't stop, but they're not forced to stop. There's barricades ahead. They're getting shot at. They get off the train at some point. It's crashing and stuff. They climb up. Jennifer Lopez kind of meets up with them. It's like, hey, you guys did it? You got away? Yeah, we didn't steal anything. Oh, but I got a big jacket full of money. What are you doing with all that stuff? Do-do-do. Boom. And it's kind of like the ending of Too Fast, Too Furious, where it's like, oh, we ain't gonna be hungry no more. And Tyrese has all this cash that he stole, but it's like, oh, well, we're good guys. We'll keep it. Oh, well, we got away with it. I guess they don't have cameras. They don't have cameras on the subway. They don't have cameras on the money train to see who's stealing it and shit. Yeah, sure they don't. This is a mediocre movie. I can see you guys probably aren't even watching this because you haven't even heard of it or anything. But yeah, Money Train 2 out of 4 stars.